or 500,000 naira has a better life than you, and they believe it.
Yeah, of course. They, I heard the clips and I was disappointed, in what he
So he
said.
actually said it.
Yes, he did. He did. But I think for context, it would be good to watch the entire video because I don't want to judge him. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to just extract some few seconds of that statement which I saw.
Because
and
somebody
now,
with a 2,000 in the UK, right, can give somebody 500,000 naira from his 2K. Somebody with any 500,000 naira in Nigeria cannot dash somebody 2,000 pounds from his own money, can he?
No. What he said is really baffling. I wouldn't expect someone that does international business and has an airline, to reason that way. I think maybe Nigeria's got him.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, maybe Nigeria's got him as well too, because that's what Maigun, when you go to Nigeria, you will find it very, very troubling that people think that way, and that is the result of everything. So even if Oyama is not, if is prone to that kind of thinking because of that environment, then what else do you expect? Everybody, people that should be intellectuals, that people that do world business, are not immune to this Nigerian craze. They're not immune to it. So the moment you get into that place and you stay there and you mingle for a while, you will lose all sense of reasoning. And that is what is exhibiting. So it's quite of a shame. Not quite. It's a huge shame that he can talk. Someone on 2,000 pounds has a bit of runway or leg room to
I
access
wanted to start listening there, right? Before you touch your 2,000 pounds. If you are earning 2,000 pounds,
he can still get more skills.
Yes,
no,
when we say
even
pounds,
that 2K, Chairman, even that 2K, if he increases his skill, he still has upward mobility. So the next 5 years you come and meet him, he's not that 2K.
Anymore.
It's 2K. His 2K hasn't seen inflation
wanted to say,
that
right?
will destroy his salary.
They are like basic, right? Especially for them in Nigeria, okay? Number one, they said that 90, what do you call it? I think they said that 91% of their population does not even have 500,000 in their bank. All right, to start with. So for you to even earn that, that must be some level, okay? So another thing is this: somebody who is earning 2,000 pounds in the UK will not. I mean, they have NHS, okay?
Yeah, of course.
So they have
they can call the ambulance.
24 hours electricity. They have the fastest internet. That's where the upward mobility comes in, for whatever they can still do later.
Yes.
You get right?
Yeah.
But they have,
can retrain.
They have
acquire skills and move up.
You get what I mean? So they have security. Let's put that too, right? And then this person where they earn 500,000, they will need to buy generator. They will need to provide their own electricity. They will need to provide their own healthcare. They will need to provide their own education for their children as well. Provide their own water, and on like that, right? That the sort of safety nets behind. I mean, for somebody with 2,000 pounds and somebody with 500 pounds existing in these two different countries and these two realities, right? If a billionaire thinks that way, then think about how all their elites actually thinks. If indeed, Baba?
Chairman, I think we should capture this whole conversation into one box. It's a mystery. It's a mystery that when you live in that contraption, there's a way it robs you from every sense of awareness and wisdom. You just find yourself acting outside wisdom. It's a mystery because Michael, I've had friends that have also been baffled when they get there. And they see our mates that, have degrees, they have, exposure, they've been out, they are making good money. But that reasoning, that Onyema's reasoning is still there. It's still there. It's still there. It is a mystery. I don't know why it happens, why people that have seen the world do international business know what it is, whereby people, be able to, climb in society, have upward mobility, even with your black skin in this country.
Yes.
If you fight really hard, there is still upward mobility. Time and chance will still happen for you. You will still earn more if you develop yourself, if you have that hunger and that fire in your belly. If you have fire in your belly, you will still develop. But in that country, even with the fire in your belly, you have to struggle against all odds. But
I mean, even if you are
it's not
trying to, even when you are already trying to get over it, their economic criminality can just happen. The value whatever all your gains are.
Exactly.
And
see,
all that gain that
is not even what
propel you
comparison
to greatness, they can just have it. And as you go back
Of
to
course.
bottom again, and you start trying to get up again.
A country that once had a fragile middle class, because I think during Goodluck Jonathan's tenure, there was this new middle that was forming and becoming, much more stronger. But all of us, so I think the middle class started with Obasanjo. With a the base of the middle class was becoming stronger and larger. People were, we had brain gain. People were moving en masse. Even after I thought maybe I will also move back. Exactly.
They were getting money, building houses.
So
some of them are actually getting money to start businesses. I remember
exactly.
That all of that.
There was,
all of that
opening of all the ShopRite. ShopRite was opening. We had shopping malls coming. So there was foreign capital. There was, there's foreign investment. There was private equity going into Nigeria based on those drivers of population and all that kind of stuff. So that was good, but a very fragile middle class. And the fragile middle class was exposed after Goodluck Jonathan's tenure, and all of a sudden everything just went downhill. So in a country whereby there's no more middle, there's no more middle. There's no middle. There's no middle anywhere.
And everyone is up or down. Even that up, people are dropping. Like
people are dropping, and people that choose not to drop. People. I think when you put it into context, it is the most. Not the most, but the highly skilled Nigerians are living in mass, and that's for me. And that for me is the bad part, whereby people that are well skilled, people that are heavily skilled, that can transform a nation, people that can create jobs, create wealth, are leaving the shores of Nigeria, and you are left with politicians just making rubbish statements. So Oyema's statement, I don't think we need to compare it or even talk about Oyema's statement. I think he has shot himself in the foot by coming, on live TV. If it was a private conversation.
His airline is flying London soon. So we see how many.
Yeah.
He actually said 200,000. I mean, they use 500,000 though. Here you get. So let's see how many people earning 200,000 in Nigeria that will actually be able to fly Onyema's aircrafts to London.
Even 20,000 naira, they can't even apply for visa because I'm sure the visa requirements would be more than 20,000 naira in your bank account. You must have a large multiple.
Another thing about Nigeria elites or the middle class, they will call them sometimes, or the upper class, Baba, they are so selfish.
They're selfish. They're very selfish. They're very selfish. They're very selfish. Because if you look at people that are traveling in Nigeria, if you do the maths, people that leave the shores of Nigeria, if we are all sincere, people that leave Nigeria is just a tiny fraction of that population. Is a tiny. So if we're to go by, I don't believe our population because we never had a proper census. So if we're to go by the population that that they dashed us, with 5% annual population growth rate, if we go by that statistics, right, only a tiny fraction of that country travels or have the means to travel. And the ones that, even the ones that travel, maybe they will hustle all the money and leave. So in the real sense, the elites are the ones leaving the country. If you do the real maths and let's remove all the noise of people traveling out the country. If you look at people that comfortably travel, it's only a tiny fraction, a very tiny fraction, compared to 200 million. Exactly, you can't even travel. If you were going to leave Nigeria with 200,000 naira in your account, no, I don't think British Embassy will listen to you. You must have way more multiples of 200k to even is it's so the reason why Nigerians don't get it is because as a black person, you can't see the world with a green passport. You can't.
You cannot see
there's
this
travel.
world with your green
You can't see the
passports.
world. You can't because you'll be bogged down with visa applications. But if you have a British passport, you have an American passport, there's what you call travel inequality.
Well,
Not a lot of
Adiola,
black people understand travel
that one that you
inequality.
just mentioned there.
You can't even travel.
Wait, now I'm gonna tell you this story before you go, right? So I was invited to America last year. Okay. So I have I don't have British passport yet. All right. So and I know I'm gonna miss that until that happens. Okay. However, I applied. So they now said they are not going. This is what the American embassy said. You remember now? They said they are not convinced that I'm going to come back to the UK.
Imagine.
So you get now. So then you know
Wow.
what somebody now said? Somebody said, because I came here as well to say I probably just didn't take it serious when I should. Okay, I should have. So somebody said that in your house you have 3 Britons there, and it's true. Okay, I've got a Jabu British here in my house. However, somebody said I should have packed all the passport of all the kids.
Yes, that's what should have done.
My own on what do you call it? Under pata and put their own. I said, but I'm the one applying for visa. They don't need visa. And the person was like, you don't need that. Just pack that.
They'll grant you because your family are traveling. They'll grant you instantaneously.
Like, really?
They'll grant you. Yeah, of course. Because if you put your one's passport,
I did inside my house. Now on top online, within a space of 10 minutes, right? We put on for the renewal of the passport of the ones whose passports have expired, and then we started for year 1 day and all that. But actually, yeah, the whole thing within 10-15 minutes, right? We've already gotten the confirmation for when they are going to get their new ones back. So talking about your green passport, I could have seen the world. Even living in the UK, I still get shot out of the world to see the world. I don't even want to take that passport to any embassy here. Say, I need your visa. I want to go to this or that. So I can't really see the world with my green passport. Adiola?
You can't. You can't. You know, it's impossible. You know.
Well, as a do person all over the world for it. But what you mean by this statement is just to say that I'm in Nigeria now and I have green passport, so does not give me guarantee to see the world.
No, you can't pick up your green passport and tomorrow in America. You have to do some months of visa application. You can't pick up your green passport and you're off to Spain, you know, because you want to book a flight tonight. You can't do that. There's travel inequality for black people, especially in that people holding that green passport. So I think the summary of this is that the people that bear the cost of that failed state, that also bear the cost, the indirect and direct cost, are people living in diaspora. Because you would know, you bear the cost. Like at some point, I didn't want to collect British passport. I said, no, I'm a Nigerian guy. I don't need British passport. My wife was telling me, oh, go and get it, for travel. I was arguing, I don't need it.
And that's why I never shown interest in this all this while, but I'm interested.
And I went to Italy. I went to Italy with the family, and they stopped me for some odd reason. For some stupid odd reason, and my wife said, no, you can't stop me. My family already.
Your wife and
they allowed me to go. And they allowed me to go. I was still bragging that I don't need British passport. I was still bragging that I was still bragging it. I was saying, no, I don't need it. The second time I applied to Spain, for some reason they were delaying me. So on the day of my flight, I went to Spanish embassy. I went to go and shout on them there. I declared craze there. They started begging me, oh, don't know, we are sorry. The next time I want to go, I don't need to apply to grant me the visa. I was so angry. I was livid. I missed my flight because I applied a month and they were wasting my time. So they were telling me that because I was from Nigeria, it should take them extra time to look into my case. Baba, they didn't tell me before I filed in my British application to get my British passport. And that was the end of it. So not because you are happy you're holding a British passport, you can't see the world. I can't see the world with that lens. And for me, it's troubling. You can't see the world with that lens. And that for me is hard. And so people in diaspora, when they shout and cry about the state of Nigeria, because they are feeling the cost. They are bearing the cost. They see them at job interviews with accent. They look down on them. They're bearing the cost. They're bearing the cost. So if we are more concerned, then we have a valid reason. There's a valid reason, because if you're in Nigeria and you choose not to leave that contraption, you know, you won't bear external cost. You only bear internal cost. But if you bear both internal, both external, Baba, you go shout now. Baba, good night, Jerry. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Oh, hey. Every time I speak to people who have left their country of residence to on holidays, and they want to talk about how they got discriminated against in those countries because of their green passport, I kind of always, my PTSD of why I don't want to travel or go anywhere sort of always kick in and say, I don't want to do all this while and get to one airport and they will say, if you have a British passport, you this way, American passport this way. And you will see all of them with their British American, but nobody they check them. You're going to see them, they walk out, they don't even they queue. And you are there with all others, Pakistani, the Kenyans, and everybody, you go there like this. Your family will have to go and wait for you. So we bear the cost of bad governance, whether you are in Nigeria or not in Nigeria. Now, that is deep, Adiola. You're going to make me have some deep thinking tonight. Here, hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maigo. Yeah, it's
sir.
me.
Sir?
Yeah, it's me, Old Up.
Old Up, right.
I hope you still remember me.
I'm trying to. Repeat that name again, because I'm trying to now.
Old Up is my social media name.
What do you call your ID out there? Okay. What do you want me to call it? So I can probably just hold on to it now and I won't forget. Do you want me to keep on to that? Old Up, right?
Yeah, Old Up. Old Up.
Yeah,
OLDAB. OLDAB. Old Up is
Right, got it now.
Yeah, it's abbreviation. Yeah, it's abbreviation of my names. I just put it, take all my names and abbreviate.
I'm just trying to make sure that it's not going to be a tough one for me, but Old Up should be easy for me, Baba. How are you, Baba?
Yeah, I'm fine. You see, recently I went home. I went to Nigeria, and I realized that people they've adjusted. Yeah, people, they don't know anything better. They don't know, because when you've never seen a good, better situation before in your life, so you
experience anything that you can say is a good system, so that you can now come here. So
when people are mentally enslaved that way, there's no way you can help them. So people believe that the government, that if they abuse you or if they catch you, well, that's your cup of tea. That's it.
So
there's no human right.
Just don't get caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's where there's no respect for human life, no basic, fundamental human rights, there's no way that kind of a country can ever, prosper, really, because even the judiciary, they smear it on everybody's face, because they know that even the people that needed that help, they don't see themselves like people who need the help. It's only when the election or whatever is going on, they just realize a little bit that, oh yeah, so we are actually suffering. Oh, there's a lot of things that is not right. Oh, so they now try to make noise about it, kick against it. But don't be surprised. I wasn't surprised when I got there. 8-10 months down the line, people have moved on. And if a police catch you, and
was it last year or last month?
This month, actually, I came back this
you were still in Nigeria early this March, Abby?
Yes.
Now you said they have adjusted. So when you say they have adjusted, is it that despite all we are seeing, all this we are proving and all of that, like you probably should hear them maybe complain to, and then tell you how much they feel bad that this is happening. So conversation like that can tell you if they have moved on or not. So tell me, what was the conversation like? Like they're already telling you, as if to say, oh, they have moved on or they have adjusted.
They will say, Baba, they will say the slogan is Baba Tinumbu don't drive us now, so nothing we fit do. We go just, we don't take up. So they've taken, they've moved on. So basically, I think I don't know how to put it, but you see, we people are not ready to. They don't know what to do because they are so poor that they only think of the next food. The immediate
I told
gratification.
somebody that today, like on that TikTok. I told him, I said,
the immediate.
is it because people are too busy with what they will eat that one has become priority, then other things are just secondary? Could that be the reason why people, and it didn't really see it that way. It was pretty much just like, no, my ego is more than that. These guys are like they are not interested in some of those things that we are saying. And another point, it was like maybe because it's tough that some of them don't even have money to sort of subscribe their data to really watch all of this. I said, Baba, leave the planet. People are not feeling what they are feeling in that place that they themselves are talking. Said, no. They are feeling it, but they're not talking because, the way we are talking about it.
Yeah. And then, you know that in Nigeria is the highest, where you will find self-employed individual in the whole world.
Okay.
Self-employed, because everybody is self-employed.
The people, self-employed. They are all self-employed.
Self-employed. So everybody is just lying to everybody to get daily bread, and then no tax on it. Everybody's just getting what they can get. Take this, take that. Buy gari, buy small derica of rice. Then it's sorted. That day is sorted. So the next day. So the struggle continues next day. So as long as they can, their food is secure for the next
time they believe that the world is ending is if they cannot see that gari for this evening.
Yeah, something like that. But even if they can't see that gari for this ending, they still believe that God will provide that gari. So they would rather go and pray, or go to mosque or go to church. In fact, that's the only place that.
Yeah, I see.
Monday morning, you will hear people praying loud in churches. Oh God! So then you be asking, there's no work for these people. Yeah, because they are self-employed. That's when you will say, where's Mukaila? I thought I called him to come and do something for me. He's not around. Then Mukala will resurface 2 days later.
And asking God to show him the way.
Yes, after he has consumed the food he has at home. So he will now resurface. Okay, I don't come. The job where you won't give is then you do. So it's, you survive every day that way. And then, that's it. So that's Nigeria for us.
You didn't see any kind of thing that you can say, oh, this hardship or this suffering, or I can see a level of motivation in these people that they want to end it. They are only waiting for an opportunity. There's nothing like that you can see in their eyes, no?
They are joking about it. They're just joking. They've turned it
about it too.
Yeah. So and then, oh my God, this Nigerian leader, they've mastered they mastered the art of how to control people with poverty.
I swear.
So much. So I know in fact I don't blame Tinubu, because it is only a country where there's production. There's when people work constantly, and then people will expect that, okay, life will change. People will educate their children accordingly. They will know what is human rights. They will know what is self-respect, or dignity and self-esteem. So, but Nigeria doesn't have that. A normal person doesn't believe that he's entitled to go to hospital when he's sick. They will rather treat themselves at home, drink agbo, do this, do that. So we have a long way to go, my brother.
Hard love, Baba.
I swear to God.
We will keep doing our part because you know what it break my heart this afternoon or this evening. We say when that man who has been a follower of Mayegu for nearly 11 years, and he was so disappointed that the people back there, they had no interest in all of this. Now they overstretch ourselves. I was like, sure, what mobile insane, sha. She really got a what mobile.
My God, it is in Nigeria, a rich man thinks that he can do, he can beat the hell out of you.
Yes,
it is a rich man that will break your head because he's rich, because look, their mentality there.
You see, poor people
they
like
need real education.
And you see, poor people go sort of blame you for provoking a rich man when he's angry.
Yes.
You have made him angry now. You better just go and beg him. If not, you are going to rot in jail. They will lock you up in prison forever. Like, are you serious?
Yes. Yeah, they've lost you.
Take another one, Baba.
God, okay, sir.
Thank you.
All right, then.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to my friend today, right? This time around.